Okay, so welcome again to join this session. Welcome all. So we will be dealing with different data types in this session. We have opened Jupyter Notebook and Jupyter library over here, and I'm going to create new Python file. For this, I'm going to create another, rename it like different types of data type and their properties we are going to deal in this session. So we know different kind of properties are there in the data set. So what are their behavior, respective behavior? So let me create this part over here, code heading, and then write different types of data type operators behavior, right? So first and foremost, we will discuss like what others data types. Let's say I'm having list, right? And the second data type, I'm having this I'm having this tuple, right? The third data type I'll be discussing is more about set. So these three are basically defined in the Python for the different structure, right? So we have different properties. If you Google there these types and type in the Google, is my screen shared to all of you? Okay, sure. So tuple and list in Python. If you search this keyword in the Google, if you go to the image data set, you will find like this one, this chart. Open this chart in a new tab and close this search engine. So can you see mutable, ordered, indexing, duplicate elements, and inside the interview, they are these terms are frequently being asked. So interview being asked like how tuple is not mutable. So we do not know, sometimes candidate do not know the coding relevant. How would you justify your statement using Python coding itself? We do not know how set is not supporting this index. We know the set is not supporting this index and slicing, but we don't know what is the relevant coding for the same. How duplicate elements cannot accommodate inside this set, right? So we will check all these property here. Like first we know the set is mutable, right? So what is immutable means? We can change or alter any value inside the list. So is it possible in the list? Let me check with some coding example. Let's say list 1 equal to 2579. These are all values consisting of my list 1. Let me print this list 1 on the, so this list 1 will show all the element on the screen, right? So let me print all these elements, right? Suppose I'm going to access some list 1 and using 2. So what is the 2 here? Is the index number of third value. So this 2, if you will access like list 0 means you are accessing first element, that is 2. If you are writing list 1 which is accessing fetching second element in my list. If I am writing list 2 which means I am going to display third element in my list. But here I am going to change this adenoc like the third element with my value. So I'm going to change or alter this value and also print list 1 on the screen. Can you see this third element 7 is now changed with adenoc value. This is the string, rest are integer part. So here you can see this is going to alter. This is the meaning of mutable itself. Like we can mute or we can change or alter or append my original list. Not only change but also list one dot append with some extra value. Let's say I want to add 99 value in my value. So this is the print and list one, and can you see now more elements are added here. Previously there were only 4 elements, but now I am having extra element 99. Suppose you have IRCT reservation, and inside the IRCT reservation, the candidates are like trying to attempt reservation in their ICT website. They are getting a website means waiting list. They are getting RAC. They are getting confirmed berth list. Some passengers keep their platform or destination. So we are the entire train is just changing their berth position, right? The same berth is having different kind of position, right? So the at the time of IRCT, any train value, any train reservation candidate, IRCT website can accommodate with this list one data type, because we can alter every time, right? The second part is list is ordered or not. How would you check, right? Can you see the second part is list ordered, is the question mark, and this image is saying yes. But let me justify from the coding itself, like how would you justify in front of IT company that how this can be done using Python itself. If you are accessing any element or displaying the value using certain index value, which means it is having some ordered, some index number means it is having some order in the memory itself, right? Suppose I am printing this list, so we are accessing third element, because indexing is starting from from 0 only. So we are accessing the third element itself, right? So which means we are having order inside the memory as far as list is concerned. The third aspect or the third concern for this list is list can be indexed or sliced, right? Can you perform indexing over these list? The statement saying yes, yes, but how? So let me give this example. Like how would you give this answer in front of interviewer, or maybe your interview is like online interview, or you are giving some Google Meet or any a Zoom link there, and they have given this Python or Google Colab kind of platform. How would you write? Would you justify this statement? You can index this using some arbitrary value, like we have first index starting point and then let's say 3, so it will exclude the second part, which means second and third element, 1 and 2, right? If you write this element, which means you are printing second and third element, not the second fourth element, which is excluded here, right? Can we have negative indexing? Does list support negative indexing? Yes, it supports. Let me write, suppose -3 to -1. So yes, we will have Edunok and 9. So the -3. So 99 is having -1 index, because from the right hand side we are starting to count. We are having very first value at the right hand side, which is having index number -1. So this 99 is -1, 9 is -2, Edinok is -3, 5 is -4, 2 is -5. Is this correct? If you start writing this instead of -3 to -1, if you instead of writing this one, you can see that index minus negative indexing is also supporting inside the list. If you write -5 to -1, so this is also acceptable in the list system, and also supporting this statement that we can slice or index as far as list is concerned, right? Now the third point, third statement says, does list contain duplicate element or not, right? We know that we can write the code for the same, but we must know whether it is justifying the same or not, right? Suppose I'm going to try, right? Let's say I'm giving some variable I is equal to input. From the input I'm going to check enter the enter element to insert, right? You are asking from the user itself, right? He will give some input from the keyboard, and this would be in the format of string str by default, right? Now we are giving some input from the keyboard, and now this will be list1 dot append, and it will be append I itself, right? Let me run this code, and you let's say this is 45. Now we print list1 also. Can you see this time I'm giving, let's say, 89. Can you see this 45 and 89 also inserted in my list, previously defined list 1, right? Now, can I give the same statement or the same input one more time? Will my list support? So let me give this one. Let me give 2 one more time. Yes, right? Run this code again. I am giving 5. Yes. So, but I need this as an integer. So what I'll do, I'll perform the typecasting over here and wrap this code, and this writing is integer over here, right? So within the integer, I'll convert the string value in integer. Can you see this 2 is consisting quotes around this, but 2 is blank over here. 5 is having quotes at the right hand side, but at the left hand side, second position, don't have any code wrap around this 5, which means 2 are a string or the character, last 4 elements are character, but rest are except this ordinal, right? But this time I need integer, so I'll just take the input from the user keywords and will apply my list 1. So I'll insert one more time. Let's say this time 9. Can you see this 9 is inserted but without quotes? Because this 9 is having index, this data type integer, not the string. This code is run second time and then I'm giving 99, right? So this is giving integer value, not the string value, right? String or character will have codes around them, but is integer value will be empty before and after, right? So this is also supporting duplicate, which is this statement is also correct, right? We are supporting all these duplicate elements inside. Now coming back to the tuples, this is the second statement and very different from my tuple, from my list. Properties are very different. So first question is, does tuple immutable, mutable or immutable? So you will say it is immutable, right? But how? The interviewer will ask you, how would you justify your statement? How can you implement this in a realistic example that this IRCT website, this train number, once it is being defined from the source destination, will not change throughout the journey till it reaches to the destination. You cannot change the train number, otherwise it will create ambiguity, confusing among passengers or the traveler every time, which means we need some variable which cannot be changed even after the creation time. So let me create one tuple. For tuple, we are having my tuple. Let me copy this tuple. Let's see. And my tuple will have these codes. Let's say this is having first adenoc, right? Second element is, let's say, machine learning ML. Third, say 12. Fourth element, let's say it's a 0.5. And fifth element, it's having, let's say, data science, right? So it's consisting all these values. We run this code and also print on the screen. You can see this round bracket is the synonyms, it's the symbol for my tuple, and this square bracket is telling to the compiler that this is defined as a list. But here we have round bracket, which means the tuple. We will see what is the significant role for set also. But here we are talking about tuple, which is having round bracket only. But now I need to change some value or alter some value. Let's say this ML I need for deep learning. Can I do? So I'll write the index number 1, that is the 0 for an Adenoc, 1 is for ML. So I'll go for the Adenoc, and this Adenoc will create my actual value, let's say deep learning, right? Let me allow me to change this value. Can you see this error? Because I had already stated, once train has departed from the source position, its number of seats, some features cannot be changed. What are these features? Like train number cannot be changed when it reaches destination. How many seats, how many bogie are there in my train? That it must not change by anyone, right? Once it has left the source position. My what is the role and responsibility of my train? Basic functions are there that cannot be changed throughout my journey. In that case, IRCT developer or website developer in the backend part or the Python backend team will use tuple in that case, because this is immutable. Cannot change the value of any value of my number, my tuple value. If I change this, say I need my tuple value from 12 to 012. From 12 to I need some different integer value, let's say 71. I cannot do. So 012 for 2 I need 72, but I cannot do because tuple object doesn't support item assignment. You cannot alter these values. Do I have another option? Let me check one other option. uh, for my tuple dot add or 45. Can I do this thing? No, I cannot. It will throw an error on my screen. It means you cannot alter using any method, any function. Do I have another function? Yes, I have this function called append. So this append will increase number of element just at the end of my list value. Can you see? Append is just ending at the last position, adding all these values. So let me have 12 over here, but it's showing again error because tuple is consisting this property. It's a immutable. Once it is created, cannot change its value. Is this correct? Now, second property. Second property of tuple says it is ordered. We have already seen that the ordered means, can you acquire or the fetch using this tuple? Yes, you can. Can fetch the element using uh, index number. So we have three, right? Can we use for loop for the same tuple elements? For let's say L in my tuple colon, one indentation there, and then print I and have all the values. Okay, I have all the, oh, I did print I L, but I am having L over. Yes. So I am having L, all the values, Edinoc, ML, and is printed on the screen. My tuple is consisting these elements. In case your case study, your realistic example requires all these elements in a same line, what you will add, you will just add comma here and quotes and like write E and D is equal to this one. That's it. So we have all the items in a same list. Can we give space after each element between the elements there? Yes, I can give and just give the output value. So this is the part we can go for the entire value. Okay. So now we are having all the element and all are displayed in a different line, right? But sometimes what we require some indexing part. The third property saying tuple supporting indexing. Does it supporting? So indexing part, my tuple, and let me write 1, 3. Of course, it's showing all the elements round brackets. Basic property of my tuple. Now this this indexing, can it be negative? -3 to -1. Yes, it's also supporting negative indexing, which means you can display all the elements negative as well as positive indexing. And slicing is also supporting by my tuple value, right? Right. You. So tuple is supporting indexing, right? So this is the indexing part. Now, second part we have duplicate element, right? So can we have duplicate element here? So let me write this, find this time. So my tuple along with value. Let me write two element times. One more time. So 45 comma 45 comma 45, right? So when I print all these values, it shows all the elements, all the duplicates, all the repeated elements, which means it's also supporting duplicate element, right? Add one here. Tuple is also supporting duplicate element, right? So, so justified, you can see from the code itself. You can accommodate more than one set. Now coming back to the set. Last but not least, we have set. So first property says, does set is mutable or immutable? So we know it is mutable. But what are these functions those can change the elements of set? First, let me define my set equal to curly braces. Let me define this one more time. P and just here. These are the elements of my set. And you can see the elements or the parentheses I have used are curly braces. Edinoc is repeating 2 times, ML repeating 2 times, and few more elements I am having more than 1 times. So let me check whether this is successfully created or not. No, I don't have any error. Means I can create this set. Now I'm going to check my set, the add function. Can I add more value here? Let's 7. Yes, I can add these. Can I add my underscore set dot add with the 5? Yes. Allow me to print respective variable. Again, you can see it's not only added but showing only the single element or unique element on the screen. However, you can see though you can create you can create set with multiple items, but we can have single elements or the unique items in my display portion, which means inside the IRCT or inside the railway reservation will have same train number with a unique number, right? Cannot have the numbers with uh, multiple names, right? Or two trains are having same train number, which is illogical or illustration part is totally disagree by the developer itself. So we will have unique train number in IRCT. In that case, I'll use my set, right? So this my set is not accepting this duplicate element. Now, if you check the respective position, this is also the garbage here, or also random. 12, 3.5, Edinoc, ML is all are scattered over here and use some different order, right? Which means, now let me once again, set is mutable. Yes, this is mutable. You can add or delete. Let me write like my underscore set and dot pop, or have this function, and let me remove this 12 from my set. Let me run code one more time, and can you see, starting from 3.5 this time, not 12, because just now I removed my 12 element. So this 3.5 is the unique element 45, 47. Can you see, 45 is written over here three times but displaying only one time unique element in my set, right? I have given the example of like your Aadhaar number, your PAN card. Everything is stored in a set, not neither in the list nor in the tuple, right? Can you see? Both are supporting duplicate elements, but this set is supporting only unique elements like your roll number in your school, your mobile number in India. Of course, none two people can have same mobile number, right? Similarly, your IP address, all these are unique inside the word, right? Website name, right? If I'm writing amazon.com, so there is only one website for the same. There is no ambiguity among the URL name. Similarly, we are using my set with non-unique. Can I, so just I remove this, use this function remove, and so which means I can mutable, right? Which is supporting mutable part. You can add or remove some elements, alter or change some elements inside the list, which is the supporting mutable, right? So my set is mutable. This statement is true. Now, second part, is it ordered? Okay. So let me write my set and let me write text number. Can you see? It's not subscriptable, which means I cannot fetch element using 5. And also you can see here my set is defined in different order but displaying in a different order. The Adenoc is written first position, but here it's showing second last position, which means it's there is no indexing or no respective position inside the memory for this set, which is disordered. Set is not ordered in how. Can I write some more functions? My underscore set pop. Let me write. Can you see? Popping. That's the first element, right? If I write, let's say pop 2. No, it's not popping. Okay, can I write 45? Showing error because it's not 45, right? Can I write pop? So it's giving DS now. Can I pop second time? It's giving 85, right? Can I pop one more time? It's giving 57, right? Now ML, now 45. So it's giving pop or popping out element from my list. Can I apply for loop for e my net and hit enter? Can I print? So it's showing Edinoc because I had already pop up all the elements, right? So I need to define this element one more time, this set, and now I'll run this for loop again. Can you see all these elements are reset or recap again my original memory of code is showing all the element line. So this print statement is supporting end at the end automatically or end property line property associated with this function. If you want to remove this property, you just write end is equal to dash and give some space and you just run. Can you see all the elements are showing unique time or only one time? But here I define multiple times for the same. We are not supporting this, not on the indexing or duplicate element, right? So set is not supporting duplicate element, right? This is it. Just prove. I have proven. So data-driven world is just accommodating so many different data types, and they all are having this different roles and responsibilities. Now let me write some my underscore set and one to set is not subscriptable, right? Cannot exceed some slicing or texting, right? Conclude set is not supporting indexing or slicing. Clear? So we can see we don't have any indexing there or any slicing part. Yeah, right? So is this clear to all of you? Let me write some function for the same. My is my, let's say first key value is, and this name is at the knock, right? And let's say is about second, this is course duration, and the course duration 10 hours, right? This is the initial part of my dictionary along with the key and the key value, key and their value. So first part before the colon I am having key, and post colon I am having value. Similarly, this course duration is key, second key, and this 10 is value over here. Let me define this my, adding a new, let me add dictionary over here, dictionary, and with some more, let's say, what is the let's time, right? What is the time for this? Let's say this is 7 p.m. So let's time as 7, right? Or 7 time for, and print. It's also updating or adding some value there, which means can mutable perform the mutable operation there, or alter some value which is initially defined, right? It's not justifying that statement that once the train has departed, its train number or the birth number of birds of bogie cannot change. We can change in the dictionary, right? So hence dictionary is mutable, correct? Not only the mutable, but also let me change some existing value. What if I exist? Let's say I need to this with this name, I need to some knock edu, right? And let me on these. Can you see this name is altered there? Which was not the property of immutable, right? Is this correct? Now the second property we have ordered, right? Can we see the dictionary is ordered? Suppose I am having comma value in my dictionary. Let me. Ah, item. Not print. Maybe write some I dot, right? Just around like brackets, all the key value there. Can I print some instead of key? Can I print values, all the value right hand side on the column, all the values there, right? But can I take my value, see my value? Can I check one? No, it's not supporting that subscript level, right? Can I check some values indexing? No, it's also not supporting, right? Which is not or supporting ordered value, right? Now, what is the third part? Is the indexing or not, right? So we have already done my prediction is so it should have some dictionary part, right? Get my unknown, right? It's also printing just Arduino, not the unknown. So if you want to get some name value on the basis of this altered value, right? Now suppose I want to check some output. Let's say of session we have course time, and let's say checking the price for my value, right? Can you see now this is showing price value, right? So, which means cannot be indexing for these things, cannot have index, not supporting that sequence value for these. We don't have my 1 to -1 or -1 to 1 value, right? My for time, can you see name, course duration, time. Price has not been updated, not just get, right? What's the second? Have duplicate element. So what are your objective? Does it support duplicate? Get this my dictionary have already my value, right? But instead of part over here, I won't add times and this one, right? But I just give two value with one more time and this time I'm giving name as a Sachin, right? Just hit run code and try to print this my dictionary screen. Can you see the last value is updated but not times twice? It should to display twice, like name Edinok and name Sachin, but it's being updated by the second number, as we have seen in Java, C, right? So let's say if you have just like A is equal to 10, then equal to 8, and then A is equal to say, 15. Try to print A. So can you see it's printing 15, not the 10. Previous value is just updated by this third line. Memory is just updated the extension value of A. Cannot have same key names value. Can we have same value? Of course, yes. But you cannot have same key. Can we have time as a 7 p.m. or such a more time? Yes, we can have, but not the value. Write this code one more time, and this time I'm writing course duration. By mistake, if someone written this course duration one more time course duration is, let's see, 99 hours. So I run this code again. Yes, and let's say, and can you see course duration not 10 hours this time, but updated 99 hours. Time 7 p.m. Name is Sachin because of this third value. Can I update this name one more time? Of course, can be updated. But see, go to the end, go to name, and let this time Jyoti, right? Let's code again. But but it's not showing three times. Just update it as many as time have associated with that key. But it's overwritten there. But it's not giving three times. It's just updated or overwritten there. So following code is showing we are not supporting duplicate element dictionary. Is this correct?